Krista and Gregston are the parents of 19-month-old Kai, and like all new parents, their hopes are high that he will grow into a happy, responsible, and confident adult. For this, parents rely largely on instinct, their own upbringing, and their value system. But sometimes a little more help is needed.
We want to make parents become empowered in raising their children. Yes, there'll be issues or challenges, because once you're alive, we have to face various issues. But where they'll be able to have a level of confidence and where they'll be comfortable enough to talk to their children about issues, where their children will not need that they have to go to their peers to find out about things, where they allow their children to make good decisions, to make good choices. So again, they will not be lured away by the not so favorable element in society, and the children themselves will feel part of the society, that they will make a positive contribution to development.
And one way the Division of Family is seeking to do this is through its Parent Education and Support Program, a series of workshops which examines parenting and many of the issues which may arise. These include drug abuse, anger management, stress, and discipline.
Well, we like ideally that all parents would participate. It's open to any caregiver, any school teacher. We have opened it into community-based organizations, because we know that government cannot do it alone. So you have churches who interact with families and different persons in a family on a regular basis, sporting organizations, youth groups. So we have opened up the program to all of those organizations to send persons where they can get this information, this knowledge, and then go up there and deliver the program. So any interested person can participate.
Pauline Jack is the mother of 2 teenagers, Amanda and Jeremy. Participating in the workshops helped her to strengthen the bond with her children.
Sometimes as parents we feel, well, I am the boss and I've been there before and I know what is right and I know what is best for you. But having been exposed to the program, we were introduced to listening and listening effectively, and also allowing children, particularly adolescents, to share their feelings, to share their opinions. And you know, that was a very good thing for me. It helped me to listen more to them, although I don't think my daughter would agree that I am listening more to her. But it helped me to learn how to listen more to them and to understand even the things that they're not saying. Because, you know, people speak and say things, but they don't always say what they really want to say, and you have to listen carefully to hear the things that have not been said that may be more important than the things that have been said.
The skills she acquired have particularly helped her in guiding her children through adolescence.
The period of adolescence is thought of as a time when they don't know themselves. They're neither adult and they don't want to be treated like children anymore. And so that balancing the act of how should I act here or how should I treat them it's a challenge. They want to do their own thing, but then you still have to be there as a parent to guide them in what is the best thing for them, not necessarily imposing your own ideas upon them, but giving them the freedom to choose and guiding them in making good choices that will, be beneficial to them, not just today, but in the days and years ahead. As I often tell them, every day you live today is not just for today, but you are living for the future. You're making choices, you're making decisions that will help you not just today, but in the future. So it's really a challenge trying to help them to see what is best for them, because the teenagers and adolescents, they would want to do the thing that they like, but the thing that they like or the thing that they desire to do may not necessarily be the thing that is best for them at that time.
The interactive nature of the sessions provide participants with opportunities to share experiences and ideas.
We started the program with about 30 people. By the end, we had reduced significantly in number. But there were people older than I am, people with grandchildren, people younger than I am, people just about my age, people with children at different ages, and people with children manifesting problems similar, or, well, don't let me say problems, challenges similar to mine, challenges that were different from mine, but together as we shared, out of our experiences, it was a time of learning and a time to be helped from the interactions among my peers, as well as from learning and hearing what the facilitators had to impart to us. So to me, the whole experience of sharing with other individuals was great.
Facilitator Donatel Cox says positive parenting is a mindset which is goal-oriented, and parents must not be reluctant to seek help in reaching those goals.
As a parent, we all know what we want. As I always say too, when the baby is born and you hold that infant in your arms, you don't look at the baby and say, you're going to be the best criminal the world has ever seen. Okay? You have high hopes. And when you go around the room with parents, and I start off some of my sessions like that, you say, when you held that baby, or when you go, you see somebody else's baby, what comes to your mind? And everything is positive. Everything is about the future. Parents really need to understand that you don't come to get help because you are a bad parent, but you come to get help to be the best parent that you can be, and helping the child to reach the stage of responsible, independent, happy, educated, self-confident adult.
Her sessions help participants to learn new ways of encouraging the responsible behaviors they want from their children by speaking to them in positive rather than negative terms.
I'll give you an example. There are some parents who only will give a child something to do to get rid of them. Okay? So let's say, for example, they want to watch something on television and they know it's not appropriate for the child to see. They will tell the child, go read a book. Go from out here, go read a book. Okay? Reading a book is a skill that all children need to learn. So why have it used as a way of letting the child know, I'm getting rid of you now? So by having a positive attitude and a positive way of looking and doing things, you can tell the child, if you don't want the child there because something is inappropriate, say, this right now is inappropriate for you to see, but I really want to see it. So you know what? You should do something different. What do you want to do? Give them a choice. You could read a book. You can go into the other room and go to sleep, but you're up front. So again, you're teaching the child how to handle certain situations without making the child feel as though they're being punished or that you don't want them. Because a lot of times children don't understand. And in terms of effective communication, which this is, it's letting the child know exactly what you want of them.
Techniques designed to help children manage anger are also offered to parents.
We've got to teach our children how to effectively deal with anger. But a lot of that does not really happen, because when somebody has an angry outburst, what do a lot of parents tend to do? Beat the devil out of them, right? Deal with it. I'm going to deal with this right now. And a lot of the times, the reason for the anger is not resolved. The explosion of the anger or the exhibition of the behavior because of the anger is usually what is dealt with in a negative way. So through positive parenting and learning how to identify things that will trigger yourself and your child with an angry outburst, you can learn how to help the child manage their anger in the same way we have managed our mirth, in the same way we have managed our sadness, managed our exuberance, I mean, if you wake up one day to go to work and you're the happiest person ever, you may smile, but you're not going to walk around in a Kaduma costume and dance into work like this, no matter how happy you are, because you have learned how to temper your happiness. We've got to teach our children how to manage their emotions, and we have to do it by example.
Young parents are a target group for Youth Commissioner Charles Husbands, who, on graduating from the program, took its message to the community.
We ran a pilot program in the BLM community, and it was overwhelming. We had over 25 persons, and they actually came every evening. They didn't want it to end, because we brought in, I did some of the topics, but we also brought in other facilitators to deal with the whole range of parenting. We're talking about positive parenting, child relationship, HIV and the pandemic, things like coping with stress and death and these type of things. And also to teach and to show them the positives in the society so that they can make a change. And like you say, we're talking about young people, some teenagers who have children, and that was the target group, so that they can go now and deal with their kids.
So successful was this initiative that the Ministry of Youth has now embraced the program and will be taking it across the island.
We'll be rolling out shortly programs throughout the 11 parishes in Barbados for all young people, because that's our target group. But we would not stop older people from coming, but we target the youth, because we say that we need to teach them some of the skills and knowledge out there again to get the parenting and that aspect in the society going again. Because as you know, in the past it was the village. The village used to raise the children, and because of the advent of the television and the computer and all these things now, young people have different interests. So you have to try other ways and means now to get them back into these things, because the whole village, like I say, used to raise the children, but now those distractions are there and the children are left to their own. So we need now to do other things to get them involved.
It's this type of outreach into the community that the Division of Family is encouraging, so that as many parents as possible can access the information.
If we really look at it seriously, some parents don't know any better. Some of them don't even recognize their strength, the fact that they're still alive or they're still making their hole in their heads above water. There's still a strength in what is happening. But if only they had that opportunity or avenue where they could come and meet with persons and realize that they're not alone in this situation, because at the end of the day, it's not the individual's family situation, but becomes a whole family, a whole nation's issue or problem, because families are the bedrock on which nations are built. So if they're given the opportunity where they can be exposed to this type of training, where they actually have the experts on hand, you know, they will become empowered.
For more information on the Parent Education and Support Program, please contact the Division of Family at 430-2917.